What's going on, family? Get this video a big thumbs up. So I'm coming back to you with another video. Um, we got an update on Taurasi future in the WNBA, and the viewership has hit another milestone. Yes, you heard me correctly. Taurasi currently made an announcement to the Associated Press about her future in the WNBA. Now, we know this has not been a name that we have talked about much on the channel, but at the end of the day, Taurasi is a WNBA legend. And we got a report on her. So it looks like she don't know whether or not she's going to retire or not. I feel like she should. She don't look very good. She looked real bad in the Olympics. She looked real bad this season. And she has been dealing with injuries. And quite frankly, I think it might be an ego thing. I think she might be in denial. She probably don't want to pass the baton to Caitlin Clark. She knows deep down inside Caitlin Clark is more than likely going to break every record she ever set in the WNBA. And Caitlin Clark is the hottest point guard in the league. And I feel like it could just be an ego with Taurasi wanting to stay in this league. Now, and I stated she did speak with the Associated Press, and the articles have been coming out, very, very recently about her future in the league. And it's being reported that this article, as you guys see on the screen, WNBA Phoenix Mercury veteran Taurasi shares an update on retirement decision. Let's go down. The 2024 WNBA season has concluded. The New York Liberty finally lifted the trophy after a thrilling yet controversial Game 5 of the finals after a year that saw the league break records in attendance, viewership, and overall attention. WNBA legend Taurasi has provided an update on whether or not she will continue playing for another season. Speaking to the Associated Press, Taurasi stated, "I don't take retirement lightly. I know the minute I say it or announce it, whether it's, in a month or 2 months, I'm going to mean it." She added that she will talk with her wife, Penny Taylor, and the Phoenix Mercury as she's still in the thought process. And quote unquote, she says, "I have not taken it lightly. I think about it every day. I'm still in deep thought about it right now. I want to make the right decision, and I'm just taking my time a little bit." The 42-year-old Taurasi stated. And sometimes when the season ends, the last thing you want to think about is the next season, right? So I'm here to tell you, it looked like Taurasi is contemplating this thing, and I don't get why she will even contemplate the decision. Like, you're old. You didn't play very good, and at this point, you stand in the league is basically ruining your legacy because you is literally a shell of yourself. You're not the Diana Taurasi you used to be. You're not that 2004 Diana Taurasi no more, and it's time to hang it up. All of the greats did it. Even my favorite player, Kobe Bryant, did it. He had to come to the reality of the situation, and that is when Father Time, in this case, Mother Time, and your situation catches up with you, and it's time to hang it up. Now, the article goes on to say Taurasi's season ended with the Mercury was swept in the first round of the playoffs by the Minnesota Lynx. However, fans and her teammates paid tribute to her during their last game, in which the veteran became the oldest player in the WNBA and NBA to score more than 20 points in a playoff game. You see, that's how you know she's a dinosaur. How the heck is you the oldest player in the WNBA and in the NBA to score 20 points in a playoff game? Because you're a dinosaur. You're a Rectosaurus. I don't even know if that's dinosaur. I'm just making up stuff, but I sound familiar. It's time for you to, submit that and just become a fossil in a museum. Let everybody look at all the greatness you did and just fathom and be amazed at all the things you done, right? However, and all the greatness you did, no disrespect, because Taurasi is part of a league in which she have imprinted legacy to make herself impactful. So you got to give her that. Now it goes on to say, as we scroll down, now the mark was just the latest of a prolific professional career, which started when she was drafted first overall pick in 2004, winning WNBA Rookie of the Year. Over Taurasi has led the Mercury to 3 championships, 2007, 2009, and 2014, as well as becoming the league's all-time scorer. And there it is, folks. That's what this is all about. She's ego tripping, let alone holding on to that, how could I put it, accolade of being an all-time scorer. Now, you heard the last part. She's a WNBA all-time leading scorer. Right? The same record Caitlin Clark broke in college. Sound familiar? Ding, ding, ding. That is the record that Diana Taurasi has in the WNBA. Matter of fact, that is probably the most meaningful record of her stature in the WNBA, is that all-time leading scorer record. Because we know Caitlin Clark is coming for that record. And I can almost promise you this. She know she come back one more year and another year, just building off that record and keep building on that record, making it far out of reach. She could still sustain it because nobody's going to go forward as long, I should say, she's been in this league. But here's the catch-22 to it. She can stay in the league and keep going year after year, maybe be a veteran on the bench, give that veteran expertise if she's not as effective to be a starter or whatever the case may be, and continue to build on that all-time score. But look at the difference, in my opinion. Caitlin Clark is going to figure it out, and she's going to be a scoring machine, and she's going to be averaging like 30 points a game, and she's going to be like a female Steph Curry, just knocking down points and knocking the points off the board to the point where she thinking as long as she stay in the league, Diana Taurasi, that she's building on this legacy. But then Caitlin Clark just chopping it down, chopping it down. So it's like she building a tree and it's getting chopped down as fast as she built it. And she's going to catch that record, Caitlin Clark. And I'm telling you, and this is what I believe all of this is about, with Diana Taurasi still staying in this league. I believe that it's like her not wanting to retire is about that all-time leading scorer record. But anyway, family, moving on to another story, that is the WNBA viewership. Now, we know that has been a topic of discussion all season long with the final being played. Shout out to the New York Liberty for pretty much, everybody saying they cheated. At the end of the day, they are champions, so shout out to them for winning that. But that was the final WNBA game, and the viewership results are in from that game, and we're going to dive right into it. Now, I'm here to tell you they did pretty good, and I can't lie to you. They did pretty good when it came to the viewership. Now, the New York Post dropped this article stating, all-time classic Liberty Lynx series saw WNBA Finals ratings more than double. Now, y'all remember, let me preface this. When I told y'all them cheating and rigging this game allegedly, and the world did watch this, right? The world watched this. And that's what I'm saying. With them doing what they did, before we get into this article, I want to talk about this WNBA doing what they did, messing up this year's finals. All the controversy with the rig, with the Brianna Stewart, they calling it a foul, and these referees that I've been holding accountable, and even down to the WNBA commissioner, Kathy Engelberg, wearing that New York City skyline dress, like she already knew who was going to win the game. All that controversy and rigness being spiraled up in the pot of controversy of unnecessariness or unnecessary things or antics. We better hope like hell this does not mess up the future of people wanting to watch this WNBA league again, because that could have just happened, and them doing what they did might have been messed up the future of the league and the viewership. Because people are like, man, you know what? The finals was horrible. I don't want to look at that nonsense. I don't want to look at that mess. And you can't be mad at them. But anyway, family, let's get down into the article. If I could scroll down in a minute, let me scroll down. Come on, folk. All right, folk. Come on, folk. Sheesh. Okay. The article says, sheesh. The ad all in the way. Get up out the way, man. Get up out the way. All right, there we go. You must have heard me. The WNBA continued its season of growth with the robust viewership number for the finals between the Lynx and Liberty Game 5, which aired on ESPN and went overtime, averaged 2.2 million viewers, the most watched WNBA finals in 25 years. Shout out to Caitlin Clark. Y'all can say what y'all want to say, but round of applause for Caitlin Clark. And also for the league. You know what I'm saying? I'm no hater. I call it for what it is, and I'm fair about it. 2.2 million views for y'all lane finals. Y'all gonna try to say the league was headed. No, it wasn't headed in the direction. It was Caitlin Clark who came in and got this league where it needed to be. And y'all better hope y'all can sustain these numbers. But the article goes on to say, 5 games of the 2024 season. Where we at? Okay. Well, it say, wait. See, look, that's what I get for talking trash. Look, I do everything out the cuff. Okay, here we go. I was right. The 5 games of the 2024 season finals combined to an average of 1.57 million views, which was more than double last year's total. These were 3 of the 5 WNBA finals games went up against NFL competition. With a subliminally continuing the NFL is not only far and away the most popular program in the sports, but on all TV. Nevertheless, this is a tough situation for the WNBA to avoid at the current time when ESPN is the sole rights holder of the finals, as the networks has to wall college football coverage as well on Saturdays. It is a situation that should slightly be approved when NBC and Amazon enter the fold